everyone, welcome back to another video here at Justin's Fish Room. I've finally finished all of my exams. My last one was yesterday, and I've got my mum filming today, so she's behind the camera. There she is, and her tank is doing really awesome. We're planning to do another video soon for you guys, but today I'm going to do something a little different. Here I've got a few different components of a fish tank that I'm going to be constructing with my mum. And so we've got some driftwood, some sand, some coarse gravel, and if you turn around, we're actually going into the new fish room. So this is the shed. And we decided, well, now that I'm finished assessment, what better way to initiate this project than starting with a shrimp tank. So we're going to do a shrimp tank today, which is really cool. So I've got the heater, the external filter, a second-hand tank that has a bit of calcium buildup, but that's okay. And we're going to transform this into a really cool looking planted shrimp tank. So let's get on with it. Okay, so now I'm going to go through how we sourced / prepared each of these materials. It's a very simple tank, and we will be getting shrimp in this video, so definitely stay tight for that. But first, I'm going to talk about the importance of the substrate. So I'm choosing to go with a fine white substrate and having a little bit of coarse substrate in there. So I will be keeping and breeding Neocaridinas in this tank. So there's not a huge emphasis on the substrate, but I will be making sure that they are very comfortable in their environment and they have everything that they need. So you're probably wondering why I have a huge bag of Bunnings play sand. And for this very simple reason that I don't want to spend a huge amount of money on just a little bag of sand at the pet shop. So this stuff is basically the same as the stuff you get at the pet shop, except it's a fifth of the price for what you get. And it's actually really easy to clean as long as you do it in small amounts. So we did it in this bucket. So this is now at the point where if I put more water in here, it wouldn't cloud up the water. And this is all the sand we need for this tank. It's a very small tank, as you saw. The piece of wood is just a little piece of redwood. A little piece of redwood that I like the shape of, and so I soaked it in water, and now it's waterlogged, and most of the tangs have come out of it. So I reckon this will be perfect for both the pH and just for the shrimp to climb on. We can also add some Java moss and some plants attached to this, and yeah, so it's like a really, really good centerpiece for the tank. Now you're probably wondering, well, I've got play sand, so why would I need coarse gravel? Well, I think it's actually important to have a mixture of both, because there's never one particular type of gravel or size of gravel. It's also good for just the substrate. If I want to put plants in there, I want them to have something weighing them down. There will be a pretty strong flow with the external filter, and yeah, I want the roots to stay in the substrate. So that's our components. Now the next part of this video, we're going to actually go and put all the components in the tank, which I think is very exciting. Then we'll put some plants in, and then the second really exciting part of this video is we'll be getting some cherry shrimp for the tank. So hang tight. So the first thing we're going to do is, before I put the fine sand in, I'm just going to take my cup of coarse gravel and just pour it in. So if you come close and have a look. So there's nothing technical about that, obviously, but the points that I want to do is, because I want to have this as a bit of a display, I want to push most of that gravel towards the back. This is going to act as a filler for the back, so that most of the white sand can come down here, but it also pushes everything out to the front in terms of displaying. Now, the second thing I need to do is start getting cups of white sand and just putting it in. So a lot of people put white sand in while there's water in. I would rather put white sand in first and then gently put the water in so that there's not too much disturbance, and the finer sand, the finer little granules of sand can settle a lot quicker. You can pause it. Okay, so as you can see, I filled up the tank with some community fish tank water. I put some water conditioner in there now, and we're going to fill up the rest of the water with just our Brisbane tap water. But before I fill that up anymore, I'm going to show you how I'm going to attach some plants onto this beautiful piece of driftwood. So I've got my plants in here. So I've got some Substrate, which is great for shrimp. I've got a type of miniature sword plant, I believe, and a nano petite. So these are going to be great to put on this piece of wood here. So the way I'm going to do it, my mom's been talking to her friends, her fish friends, and they use thin cotton string. That's what I got here. You can use black, brown, whatever, and it naturally degrades over time. So instead of using fishing line and all of that. So that's what we're going to do. Awesome, let's do this. Alrighty. So that's just going to stay like that for now. I'll cut off these little pieces. Scissors aren't very sharp, are they, Mom?
Nope.
But it does the job, so now we're just going to do our next bit. I think I'm going to need a longer piece of string again, just to be on the safe side. And then I'm going to attach this here. So what I'll do is I'll go around one of the meristems here. If you guys don't know what that means, it's basically just another growth, so that you can see there's two stems going there. And I don't want to stop that from growing. So I'm going to go around back to here and just do a simple little loose knot, and then I can position it where I want it to go. So it might be worth getting your mom to help you with this, or your partner. And then we have our piece of wood. I think it looks amazing. What do you think, Mom?
I think it looks beautiful.
Awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to place this in. So remember, this has been waterlogged. It's got most of the tannins taken out. And I'm going to put this towards the back, kind of buried into the sand a little bit, and making sure that it stands up nicely. Okay? And now the next part, I'm just going to plant this other plant here. If you guys know the name of this plant, please let me know. It's a runner, so I don't think it is a sword plant, but it kind of looks like a miniature sword plant. Please let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, that'd be great. Alrighty. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a little runner and break that off and just bury this into the front substrate, just with my finger. And then hopefully it'll grow, and if it doesn't, then at least I don't lose the whole plant. But there will be a nice strong light on this eventually. Okay, that's fine. I'll put this back in the water. Okay, so now I'm just going to fill up the rest of the tank and we'll be back. Okay, so it's the next day. I've just come back from tennis and this is the final result. So obviously it's gonna start to get a bit more dense in terms of plants and all of that once these particular plants start to grow. But this is the general gist of what I wanted. So I think it's pretty good looking. I don't know what you think, Mum.
Really nice.
And we've got Fuego, my family's pet Siamese spiderfish, just hanging out in the back, and he's been in there for 24 hours and he's loving it. So this isn't going to be his tank. His tank is actually a large nano tank, full of plants and everything. But he's just going to come in here to cycle the tank, produce a bit of waste. The media in the filter is cycled already, but I just wanted to make sure. Now I'm going to go get some shrimp. not today, but in 2 days' time. So I'll pick up the camera again, and we're gonna just get some cherry shrimp just to start off with. It's the first time I've ever kept shrimp, and put them in here and see how they go. So I'll see you when I've got the shrimp. Okay, so today we went and got the shrimp, so I'll show you that in a sec. I do apologise if it looks really messy in here. We actually are getting the shed turned into the fish room, so we've just adjusted all of these shelves to fit the tanks, and we've got the tank, so it's really exciting, but that's going to be in a different video. For now, we're going to focus on the shrimp. So I took the Siamese fighter fish, Fuego, out of here, and he was doing really well in here. Flo's doing really well, plants are doing well, looks all good. So if you come and have a look down here, we have our shrimp in a little container, acclimating. So this is a drip acclimation tube, and you can see that it's letting out a drip very slowly. And so these guys have been here for quite a while. Just this water level's risen quite a bit, and like one of my viewers on my videos said in, I think, my goldfish video, drip acclimation and that sort of thing is not as important for fish, but it's crucial for shrimp. Shrimp are so sensitive to water parameter changes and sudden pH changes. So we went to this lovely lady who was breeding the shrimp. She tested my water and tested her water, and we compared, and so we came to the verdict that there's definitely going to need to be a slow drip acclimation because we're quite different in pH. But other than that, everything's perfect, and we've got a mixture of different age groups. We've got gravid females or buried females, and we've got males. They're not the top of the range quality, but they are good, and we're gonna enjoy doing our culls, making sure that we have really good strains, and yeah, so it's gonna be really good. And Mum's really excited too, aren't you, Mum?
So excited.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and get these acclimated a bit more, and then we'll pick up the camera when we're putting them in. Let's do it. Okay, so here we have our shrimp. There's over 20 of them. I think there's more like 30 or 40 of them. And we're just gonna put them in now. So the temperature and the pH and everything should be the same. So let's do this. Let's do it nice and gradually. And there's just one little one
Nice and
left.
gradually. Plump.
So they should go, oh yeah, they are. They're going onto the Substrate there. If you get a nice close up there, Mum. You can have a look, there's a beautiful female there that's gravid. Come back a bit. My mum's a bit blind, so she doesn't know when it's going blurry or not. But come have a look here, Mum. So have a look, there's a buried female, there's a really nice female on the heater there. So
Yeah.
I'll just try, there we go. So they'll actually look really, really good. There's another female there. And it looks like they just really, really love the Substrate. And you can see that female is buried. She's got yellow eggs underneath her abdomen. And yeah, so that's really exciting. So now let's change this up a bit. What did you like about the process?
I just think they're really cute, and the woman that we bought them from was amazing. She was so helpful, and yeah, so it's just, I think it's just all coming together now. So
It is.
yeah.
Well, this is the first tank in our fish room, and we're just loving this whole thing, the whole experience of building everything. We've got all of our stuff outside. This looks really bare at the moment, but we've actually got so much stuff going in. Oh yeah. So you can have a look. There's some of the tanks that we've got, some sponge filters. And like my mum was saying, it's very important for people to be so nice in the hobby. Like, we went and bought 20 shrimp, and she just gave us a whole heap more, and she gave us food, she gave us botanicals, everything. It was so nice. And we actually need more people like that in our hobby, because there are so many people in our hobby that just, do the bare minimum for each other, and that's just not the way we should be going about things. So if you like this video, we put a lot of effort into this tank, and it's done really well. Please give this video a like. If you like what we're doing here, just subscribe. There's going to be heaps more videos to do with the fish room. We're going to have so many fish tanks to aquascape and to put fish in. So many GBRs and black rams to experiment with. It's going to be like insane. I'm just so excited. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll reply to every single one of your comments as we always do. And yeah, see you in the next one.